What's going on, everybody? Time for a little YouTube recap. Let's get into it. So another beautiful day, another beautiful call today. So if you watched our video on predictions, especially on the weekend here, we're looking for 50 SMA over under, sticking with directional exactly from there. So we weren't going to bother with too much else besides a directional pick from the 50 SMA. And then let's show you guys, here's my hand key, there we go. 50 SMA is right there in the giant red dashed line right there on the SPY. That's the daily representation of the moving average. So let's show you what we got into for our day trades as we were over under the 50, right? And the 666 catch up. So we call the monster amount of points today. If you see this giant box on the top right, this is where I said for my chat to grab along and hold to. So before I left my premium chat on Discord, I told everybody to go long here on the high or low at 10 a.m. Central. So right here during the 10 SMA recovery, I told everybody to go long and go to the 50 Fibonacci. And of course, if you watched the video, like we said, like we put out, you would have known exactly where these levels are. And man, did they click in. Two different big trades here. We said long right here, come all the way back up, right? So as futures traders go, we trade the SPY off the ES, and even from VWAP to 50, we called 42 points on ES. Now, that was a beautiful call there, and at the QQQ, same thing, 10 a.m., told everybody to hold their longs right here. We'll probably get a break up and over. We had the algorithm here this morning to help us out on the QQQs as well. So we took the 5-minute high-low here in the pre and used this as our Fibonacci range, as we always like to do. So high-low of the Fibonacci here and a recovery there, the golden pocket push. We had the 1618 for 522.27 for target. We also said that again at 10 a.m. So we called the consolidation right here on Qs. And essentially right after this and up to the 1618, over 120 points again. So nailed off some really good futures trades. Now, let's get into one metric I'll give you guys for free here. And as we like to do, the gaps in the algos on how they fill and how the computers talk to each other in this giant market. What I was calling long right here, I also, put in this zone for my premium chat. And I said, take these interesting algorithmic candles here and use a high-low range. And I built the fib right here. And I said, run that as well. And as you can see, we did have a pretty good luck with that as well. So we came out of the Fibonacci range of the secret sauce there all the way up to the opening price. But we hit the 2618 and 423.60 before the pullback. This is one of the biggest Fibonaccis we use for reversals. So we were long all the way to there and turned out pretty well. So fantastic call so far. Now, one of the secret sauces here, we had a 1 minute gap. In the 1 minute, you're not going to see it on the 5 minute, obviously, but 21,682.96. That was another big call for us when I said go long to there. So I said we're going to come up to that algorithm imbalance that we have right here, 21,000. That is a 1 minute gap that was found right here on the chart at 21,682. So when the Fibonacci high-low range concluded to break out, I said hold till that. And again, even if you wanted to take the smaller amount of trades on this breakout from the consolidation where we said to stick long to the gap, we had 78 points. And then if you would have held it for the fibs that we had called as well, 150. So again, pretty monstrous amount of points here on our long call and on our long rally, right? So what's left? Well, I do want to bring up the consideration here for the VIX. And the volatility index here was showing some really good signs, and it's showing some other signs here for downside coming into Q1 that we need to talk about. So we had this little rush right at 7:30 a.m. Central, okay? And there's a reason why I told everybody to go long after this, and again, it's because we use fibs on everything. We had this algo candle kind of appear at 7:30 a.m. Central, and what we did is we just fibbed out the high-low of that 5 minute. We also noted that the standard deviation -1 was up here, so it had really good support for the morning, so the VIX could run early, and then we could turn around and go back. Well, that was something that we had planned for, especially with the gaps here, okay? So the 423.60 was hit to the penny, also $20, good psychological number on volatility index, and that's where I said the top was probably in on the volatility index. Once the volatility index, the VIX goes down, markets obviously do the inverse and go up. So with this little 5 minute candle here, we had a perfect setup. I also made a gold level for my crew down here on the Powell day. It left a gap right here, 1764. We marked that off for the gold level here, and I said we do have a chance to come all the way down to fill this 5 minute gap between 1350, 1355 Central. And that is another reason that we went, of course, long call the market. Here's the fill, 1764, boom, boom, and it gave you a little bit else, a little bit more, right? So periodically, a lot of the times we'll see oscillation indicators kind of help us out too. So when we kind of went double top hot on RSI, had the MAC cross right here on the way back down. She got trapped in the bottom of the RSI right here and wasn't coming back out. MACD pretty much died off in the low volume weekend. Of course, it's the Santa rally, right? So we were all long, and I was leaned obviously to the short side. If you watch my video, I talk about going to the short side first and then long and running up to the golden pockets. Well, we hit all the golden pockets and did the run up, and we are just chopping the 50, which is actually a good thing. So when we stream tomorrow, we're going to be at low volume. This will probably close right around the 50 SMA daily. Completely expected for the algorithms to do that. That's what they did last week. So we're going to see the 666 bounce magnet as well, running all that up. And what I mean by a bounce magnet is we never tagged it on that last retrace day. We called 200 plus points on X for everybody for free on this one. And we had a 666 back test needed. So confirmation for us here at Boiler Room Trading is moving average back test. We use that. Doesn't matter if it's a price level, a weekly, a fib, a moving average, mainly moving averages for this one, but it creates a magnet, right? So a magnet is going to look like this, the 666 SMA. It's this light purple-ish color dashed line that you see right here. Notice the break point right here. We had a big old breakout right through there on Friday, right? Because we were very bullish on Friday to come all the way up. And as long as we maintained above the 50 SMA daily, it was continued long or what we were looking at for the next long setup. But notably, these candles that broke through that 666 were so aggressive, we never actually got a back test of confirmation on Friday. So a back test, obviously, price action would have to push through the 666 simple moving average, back test the 666, and continue. We would call that confirmation, right? And we never got confirmation of long. We actually hit the 100 EMA in the morning, 200 SMA, even had interactions on the VWAP, and of course the 10. We actually missed completely the 666 backtest. So this morning, when I said we have a very good chance to come down for the magnets, right, the algorithms to pull us back down to the 666 before we go long, and we actually caught this short and called this short very nicely on the reverse. So we were completely in tune with the market today, as well as we were Friday, making all these calls for our premium Discord. And we do all this stuff live, so it's pretty awesome. But I did want to include just a note right here of that 666 magnet, because we were short biased, because we obviously hit the 50 SMA daily right here at the open on SPY, started to tank down. And this is what I said in my chat. The market has to gather short fuel, right? We're gathering wood for the fire here for the short fuel. So the market goes down, right? Shorts get trapped. Why? Well, they don't understand moving average backtest algorithms, so on and so forth. So the market looks to trap people on this, right? If you looked at the FANG, there was nothing saying that it was going to sell, or there was nothing telling us that the market was going to go heavy down unless we started clearing house like underneath the fibs that we had here. We even shied the fibs that we had here, different golden pocket. But yeah, it was actually very clean. So the 50 SMA, 100 EMA tag came down, 666, which we needed, a magnet, which we just spoke about. After that support was hit, that's where I told everybody to go long at 10 a.m. Central, and whoosh, worked out perfect. Now, just to bring out some extra confirmations, which you can see here again. It's the same thing as a 666, but let's take a peek at the 100 EMA and why you could have shorted our extension here. So our long targets become short entries a lot of the time, whether it be for scalps or holds. So when we put out a long target and we get it, and the price action goes all the way up and hits my long target of pre-market high, 50 fib, we had everything right here, pre-market open. We called 593.91 to 594 long for the day. That was our final long target. And now notably, check this out, we have an awesome moving average, the 100 EMA, my favorite in the green right here, that had the very similar look to the 666 yesterday, right? You see this pressure candle break through. It's a breakout candle, goes through yesterday's close and the 100 EMA very respectively. Another thing that you see right here is the 10 SMA shying after the breakout. So when price action on the 5-minute chart here broke through the 10 SMA in the blue, it actually consolidated, never let the 10 SMA touch, and did a force squeeze through. Now, that force squeeze was blowing right through that 100 EMA, so expectation-wise, after coming up, 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 and doing the long that we had called here, we do expect it to come back down and do a back test, right? So this is our long target right here at pre-market high, also known as short entry for a scalp. So if you would have ran the long up, the 40-some points that we had called, you also had a short to come back to where? The 100 EMA potential, right? Because we broke out of the 100 EMA back here, price action flew, never back tested the 100 EMA, right? And if we shy it again today, which is getting a little close there, obviously we have a couple of shies right here. If this happens to just pick back up and close maybe somewhere in the 593.50s area above the 50, that's even better, because tomorrow the 100 EMA magnet will be coming into play. Now, of course, we're not going to call that because we don't know, but if you look right here, very close, the 200 SMA and the peach dash line here and the 100 EMA are shying. The price action comes down to those levels, runs away. Price action comes to those levels, runs away. Doesn't actually give you a tag. Now, I'm assuming we'll probably get a tag. We don't have any kind of catalyst for Monday low volume to not hold up, so we should come back down here tag and probably close to the 50, close to the VWAP right here, which, again, is perfectly fine. But for tomorrow's prediction and for the continuation prediction, as we wanted to see over under 50, we'll jump into real quick. Now, again, this is probably recap for a lot of you guys here. If you're watching our videos, we're going to stay above the range of this body. Okay, so Fibonacci was not tagged, and this is all these shies are going to come into play here. So mark this video, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. This is our over under 591.18, right? The biggest support is the golden pocket from the body, right, of the 20th candle right here, 1220. We did the same thing with Powell candle. If you watched the last video, we fibbed this out and we went long into the golden pocket. That is this candle right here, the 20. But if we fib out the body, right, of the 20th, notice the price action shied, right? That's a shy right there in the golden pocket. So that is an algo that will come back down eventually and will fill that golden pocket right here. Can't see this damn keyboard right here, 587.58 to 585.37. That golden pocket is a no tag, right? So my Santa rally expectation to come up to the 10 SMA and even close to some of these larger moves from the Powell candle here, right? Because our expectation was to get up to the GP, which we did right here. Golden pocket on the Powell candles, 596.14. We said it a million times. So if it opens up above here and starts pushing and pushing, we're going to get to the top of the golden pocket, 598.58. This is the 61.8 retracement. Look where that sets up the body here, 1618, right? So tomorrow and the next day of the low volume squeezes, we are chasing down the 10 SMA daily on SPY and 598.58 as long as we're above the golden pocket 38.20. So let's talk about that one more time. Over 50 SMA daily bullish narrative, over 591.18 bullish narrative because of the Fibonacci. We're going to hopefully open above 593.71. So we're going to create a candle right here for the open because it's going to come back overnight. And then we're going to plow into 597 pretty much right here and the top of the Fibonacci box. Now the Fibonacci golden pocket has a top and a bottom because the pocket center is the 50, 596.14. So when we say top of the pocket or bottom of the pocket, it's obviously extension of 3820 or 61.8. This is the top pocket that we're going for right here. The bottom pocket has already been tagged, obviously, right? So we're going to stay inside that golden pocket of 593.71 and push into this golden pocket upper, getting the 10 SMA hopefully tomorrow or Thursday. We'll see what the market wants to do because we could have another lazy day. It could go back red and just sit on that 50 chop, and then low volume Thursday, Friday goes plowing back up. Unfortunately, we got a lot of family stuff. We go up north, so we're not going to be seeing Thursday, Friday trading for myself. I might be able to be on watch for our premium group stream, but Connor will be taking over for us on the live. So that is your prediction. We are still going to be in that longer standing long, and we did call that dip long today, and we had everything peaked out perfectly because of the, thank goodness, the VIX. And then anything above that 50 SMA, we're going to be creating a candle like this, and we're going to push right into that top golden pocket, go for 597. As for Qs, you're going to be similar to the same exact thing, obviously, where the QQQ is going to give you another bounce point and chase because we did have another shy here, right? And another shy, which we can get it off the default here. Let's put on this one here, is from that 10 SMA. So I want you guys to pay attention here. This 10 SMA as well, bam, that's a shy. So holding the prior closes on these candles, walking it up to 525.20 is also good, and we might get a pretty big breakout candle through there to, again, test the Powell high-low golden pocket tops. This is the most important thing for me. Notice on Qs now, because that's why we trade SPY a little bit, has a shy on the 50. So you are overly bullish on Qs right now to reach 525.94 for the day trade scalp, 528.52 for the day trade scalp, and we should be able to end up over here in the next day or two if we don't get it tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. And again, we could put in a little red chop or another fat body doji like we're doing right now, where it doesn't do a whole lot and kind of edges up, and then Thursday, Friday low volume completes because we expect the Fibonacci, aka the high low of the Powell candle, to fill the price action inside the candle, which means we could not break and stay under Powell's yesterday or Powell's low candle. We could not stay under the Powell low, which was 514, just call it 515. 515. We came up 2 days ago, Friday, right? And then today, and we are largely coming up here. Now, if we just get a pop tag tomorrow, let's say we get that candle that pops up like this, and just wicks into it and creates a candle that looks like this, that's fine, because Thursday and Friday have an opportunity to fill the price action up. Look at the price action up there. There's no price action. There's no tag of the 50, no tag of the 3820, no tag of the 10 SMA. We will push and we will magnet into these right here, okay? And programmably, hopefully, 536.89. Now, after the Santa rally and everything else, I don't care what it does. This thing can fall apart and do whatever it wants to, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it could range to all-time highs. I do not care. But we will be ready and waiting for when that happens, because we know exactly what to look for the magnets for the moving averages and these Fibonacci specifically. Now, there's about 30 minutes left of the market right now, so that'll end my prediction here for tomorrow. Just continuing that long side. Over under the 50 SMA was the call. We're clearly way over on the Qs, just over on the SPY. And I still think that we'll have opportunity up. So I think the Q is up to 532.36, 10 SMA, and 526. All plausible options coming into tomorrow. And the pre-market after hours might run this up and end up over there, which is fine. Just watch for your big dips overnight and then watch for the market tomorrow. But for our stream members, just a reminder for all my guys and gals watching the premium Discord here, we will be streaming early tomorrow. So I'm going to hop on because we have a half day, about 7:15, 7:30 a.m. As soon as I can, I'll be here tomorrow. So in our premium Discord, we will be on early tomorrow, streaming all the live. So if that sounds fun, you want to join us in the live stream, hey, links in the description. You can come trade with us. If not, we'll see you on the next video. Take care.